The Jurassic World Dominion trailer is finally here. I'm sure you spent the last few hours going back and forth through the trailer, replaying your favorite moments. There is so much to enjoy, so much to dissect, and we're gonna go through this today. It is so exciting to finally see what Jurassic World Dominion is going to look like. Remember, the movie was delayed, so it was originally supposed to come out in June of last year. It was delayed to June of this year, and this is our first real look. I mean, we had the prologue scene, which was released with Fast 9 in cinemas, and that showed us the prologue sequence, which, as far as we're aware, is not in the final movie. It also showed us the Tyrannosaurus scene, which takes place at the drive-in movie theater. But now this is the first time we have seen the actual footage from the movie. This is Jurassic World Dominion, and as I said, there is so much to take in from this trailer. There is so much going on, and we finally get our first look at Alan and Ellie, who have returned to the screen once again. We also have Ian Malcolm, of course. He was in Fallen Kingdom, but this is the first time the original trio have been seen on screen together. It is a very exciting time, and this trailer as well has so many dinosaurs in it, dinosaurs that are mostly brand new to the franchise. So let's check them out. Let's get playing. Let's go through this trailer. So we open on, this is Mare, British Columbia, and the Parasaurs launch over the camera. And it's funny, one interesting thing to note here is that each Parasaurolophus that you see here is, I think all of them are a different shade. You've got some that are more orangey and reddy. You've got some that are obviously have the blue streaks in them. You've got this one which has almost like white streaks on the back. And if we keep playing, you get this one red and some blues in there. And then you get this one, which is super blue. And this is, I would say, this is probably the maquette that Colin posted the picture of. This is probably the one that Owen ends up, touching the head on. But they launch over the camera, and then we get Cowboy Owen and Cowboy Owen cronies. So they're herding these parasaurs. We're in a snowy kind of environment here. Yeah, this is a gorgeous shot, and this is great to see the Parasaurolophuses again. I mean, they're a staple Jurassic dinosaur that have been in the franchise since the very beginning, so it's great to see them. This could be a brand new breed. It certainly does look like a brand new breed. The assumption is that this is Biosyn, but regardless of what this is in the wild. So these dinosaurs are out in the wild, in the real world, and there's herds of them. And you'll see from the limbs on the front here, at one point this dinosaur was probably designed to be quadrupedal. It's bipedal in this movie, but this was going to be a quadrupedal animal, so it seems like that was probably changed at some point during production. We also have a voiceover during this section, and it's John Hammond from the scene in Jurassic Park.
Something that was real. Something that they could see and touch.
Maisie's aged a little bit here. Compared to later scenes in the trailer, she's aging. But Patasaurus, it just looks great. You get a real sense of scale here. You can see all these people, they're filming, they're looking, they're pointing. So we see Blue. This is Beta, Blue's baby. So it's revealed in Jurassic World Aftermath that Blue was bred to have parthenogenesis. It's something that happens in the wild. It's a form of asexual reproduction. So Blue was able to reproduce without the need of a male counterpart. So Beta, baby Blue here, is her offspring. And there's some great moments in this little bit here. See, she shivers in the snow there, which is wonderful little attention to detail. And it's funny, she seems to be mimicking everything Blue's doing. So you get them running through the forest here. It seems like Beta has a broken sickle claw, so I'm not sure if that holds much relevance. It definitely makes her unique from Blue and from other velociraptors. In a way, this kind of feels like Planet Earth, the way it's shot. It's out in the wild, it's in our world. This is the real world, and these are velociraptors in the wild. And it cuts, we get the universal amber logo. This is the theme of Dominion is very ambery, going back to the classic Jurassic, and they've even changed the universal logo, which looks great here. Everything looks great in gold. And we cut to a new location here. So Owen's at another cabin. This isn't his cabin from Fallen Kingdom. However, this is the car from the end of Fallen Kingdom here. And this is when Maisie and Owen see Blue and Beta. Owen here says, we've got to protect her. That's our job. Is he talking about Maisie, or is he talking about Blue or Beta? I guess we don't know. It seems like some sort of reuniting of Beta and Blue there. So it seems like they reunite, whether that could be the end of the movie maybe. And then we get Something that I'm sure sent chills down the spines of many Jurassic fans.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist. We created an ecological disaster.
This looks like it could be an amber mine. It looks like it could be a fossil dig site. We're not quite sure, but either way, this is a very Jurassic Park. Somebody's walking in. This could be Grant.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
So this is at a dig site. Dr. Grant is clearly still a paleontologist, still out in the field digging, and we assume this is Grant's tent, because if you look right here, it's the photo from Jurassic Park. It's It's Ellie and Alan in 1993. Jurassic Park 3 resonating chamber of a velociraptor, something Alan Grant is still keeping close to him. So it's a very exciting moment. Ellie is obviously trying to recruit Alan for something. And then we get text that says this summer, and we see this glorious shot of the Parasaurolophus herd.
We're racing toward the extinction of our species.
This moment is amazing. So the Therizinosaurus is a dinosaur that was revealed in the screenshot with Claire, and the Therizinosaurus is kind of hunting her. So it's feathered. You can see its giant talons down here. Giant talons, absolute feathered dinosaur. And this is a really unique design. I mean, this whole scene looks like it's going to be so thrilling. You've got the Therizinosaurus barking, roaring over the lake, and it sends this shockwave that ripples across the water. And you see Claire underwater there. We hear Ian Malcolm's voiceover. We're racing towards the extinction of our species. And he seems to be in an office of some sort. When I first watched the trailer, I initially thought he's back in a courtroom, but he's not. He's in an office here. Seems like he's trying to justify something. And then we get this shot, and it appears to be somebody who I would assume to be Maisie, overlooking a video that's playing on the screen. It says DNA delivery sim up there. But then we see Dr. Wu with long hair. He's in this room as well. It appears that he's looking up at whoever is watching that video on the screen. So I'm going to make an assumption that he is with Maisie here, and that he's probably revealing to Maisie that she is a clone, showing her the evidence or something to that regard. And then we see Claire running for her life on rooftops here. So there are 4 Atrociraptors. We believe this one is Tiger. Jumps off the building, the Atrociraptor follows. Then we get some titles. Experience the epic conclusion of the Jurassic era. So we have a helicopter flying towards what I'm going to assume is Biosyn's headquarters. We don't know where this is in the world. This is obviously somewhere very remote. What we can see down here are there are little structures in the surrounding forest, whether this is security, whether this is just perimeter, or whether these are viewing points, and maybe this land around here contains dinosaurs. We don't know. But whatever is happening, this helicopter is flying towards it. And then we get a shot. This reminded me of the opening of Jurassic World with the bird footprint in the snow. This is another new dinosaur revealed. This is the Pyroraptor. Very exciting. People have been wanting feathered raptors, feathered dinosaurs, and we're going full feathered here. This is a fully winged raptor. This is the Pyroraptor. Beautiful coloring, blues, reds, and we see Owen and Kayla here, and obviously this is the screenshot that was revealed. So they are about to face off against a Pyroraptor. We then fade in again, and I think most fans will be reminiscent of this outfit. Ellie appears to be dressed in very Jurassic-inspired clothing, her outfit from 1993. This is a great location. This appears to be a farm. We cut to a farmhouse. This is what they're looking at. And these kids running from what appears to be a huge swarm of insects. This looks crazy, but this is ultimately quite Michael Crichton. Pretty terrifying. And then we get Claire speaking to Owen, and she says, "Come back," and he says, "I always come back." This is the motorcycle chase through Malta that we saw scenes of. It appears to be Red and Ghost that are chasing Owen here. And as they come around this bend, we see an Allosaurus, which is the same design we saw in Battle at Big Rock, and a Carnotaurus. This appears to be the same Carnotaurus that we saw at the end of Fallen Kingdom. It's red. Now, what is interesting is the Atrociraptors. They now have non-pronated hands, which is more accurate. The Jurassic World dinosaurs mostly have pronated hands, but the Atrociraptor, at least in this trailer, the hands now face inwards, as the real ones would. The pubic bone has returned. And then we are in a plane. Kayla is the pilot. Owen and Claire are in this plane. And this is a really great scene. And the plane is attacked by by a Quetzalcoatlus. The yellow, the blue, the white, this is a beautiful design and also a terrifying scene. We're in a snowy environment, which I'm going to assume is very close to the Biosyn headquarters. And then we see Claire, she's in a jump seat exiting the plane, which probably explains how she ends up getting separated from Kayla and Owen. And we see a Jurassic World era Pteranodon fly towards her here. We then see some jeeps and vehicles driving through what appears to be a farmland type environment, and these Nasutoceratops, not very happy. This looks like a great action scene with herbivores, something that is very rare in these movies. And then blink and you miss it. This is a very short moment, but Baby Blue, or Beta as I guess we have to call her, appears to be sniffing what appears to be a dead red fox or something similar, and we believe this could be a trap of some descript, because she seems to get captured there. We see Blue, Maisie, who now here is looking a little bit older than she did at the start of the trailer. This is the Giganotosaurus, and it has got its entire mouth wrapped around this cage, which Maisie is trapped in. And I believe this is an animatronic, so this is a real scene that took place. Probably pretty terrifying for the actress here. And then we get Claire and Ellie inside what appears to be a cryogenic blue room or something similar. I believe now we are in the Biosyn headquarters. This is very reminiscent of the original Jurassic Park. Continuing through here, we get Owen, Grant, and Maisie looking ready to fight, ready to defend themselves. Blink and you miss it. The Dilophosaurus is back. So we go from this shot to this, which there's a lot to say about this, but Claire is screaming in the face of a Dilophosaurus, which is screaming back. One thing most people noticed was that this is an animatronic. So this is an animatronic Dilophosaurus returning for the first time on screen since Jurassic Park. And obviously it was in season 4 of Camp Cretaceous, but that's animated. We're talking about the movies here. This is the first time it's been on screen. Fans have been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time. And it's a great honor that they decided to do animatronic for this shot and keep it animatronic too. Now, what's interesting is the Dilophosaurus looks slightly different to the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus. The colorations are slightly different on the crest and on the frill and the nose. Everything around this whole area is a little bit different. So this could very well be the male to the Jurassic Park female that we saw on screen. Could also be a completely different breed from a different place or a different company entirely, but we believe this is the Jurassic Park era Dilophosaurus. And then we fade in. All the characters are together. This appears to be during the climax of the movie, and we see Ian, Alan, Ellie, Claire, Owen, Maisie, and Kayla there all together. Grant's beginning to say, "Don't move," as Owen says the same thing. They're obviously all staring up at something pretty terrifying. We don't know exactly what's happened here, but there is an overturned vehicle in the background. Everything appears to be on fire. Something has gone down, but they have reunited, it seems. And that is the Giganotosaurus full reveal coming through the trees here. And we see a close-up of the original trio staring up at this creature.
Bigger. Why do they always have to go bigger?
This was such an exciting moment, seeing these three together on screen once again in a Jurassic environment. I mean, they gave it to us. Nighttime, rain, original trio, and the Gigafoot stomps down, and we can see this whole environment here. This is a really interesting moment. You see flaming mountains up here. Something has gone on. We believe this is the Biosyn headquarters, and this appears to be some sort of observation platform that would be inside of a paddock. So perhaps this area is the Giga paddock. This is the way that the Biosyn staff are able to observe the Giga inside this environment. Maybe this is the building we saw slightly earlier in the trailer, in that wide shot. Could be the same little structure here. This looks like an observation platform of something. The Gigafoot stomps down, we fade to black, and the Jurassic World Dominion logo, the icon, hits the screen in theaters June 10th. Now that was a very, very exciting trailer. So much going on, so much packed into it. June 10th, Jurassic World Dominion opens in theaters. This is an exciting moment for all Jurassic fans, and I'm sure you're so excited after having watched that trailer. I know I am. Us at Jurassic Outpost, we're very excited, and there is so much to talk about. There is so much in this trailer, so please leave your thoughts down below in the comments. What did you think Leave your comments down below. There's going to be a great discussion down there, I'm sure. Let us know what your favorite moment of this trailer was. Like I said, there's so much to unpack, and we will have more videos in the coming days where we unpack this trailer, but there is just so much to talk about. I mean, we saw the original trio for the first time again. Almost every dinosaur in this trailer was brand new to the franchise. There is so much going on. You've got the Therizinosaurus, you have the Parasaurolophus, you have the Atrociraptors. I think what's most interesting is any villain in this trailer was left out. And I think this trailer is so exciting. We finally get to see what Dominion's going to look like. This is Jurassic World 3. This is Jurassic Park 6. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments section. This is a very exciting day. Jurassic World Dominion trailer is here. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments section. And as always, head to JurassicOutpost.com for more news and information.